Hello my friends! Welcome back to another lonely, hardcore survival. A place where we can all be lonely together. My name is Lonely, so let's get started. Here we are at the vacation home we built last episode, and I was just here relaxing a little bit before all the building that we're gonna do in this episode. So well, goodbye vacation home. Let's make our way back home. Back home? What do you say we start raising up all of the red terracotta houses in the village? From what I can count, there seem to be 11. So let's go inside our storage room, get the remaining red terracotta, and also some regular terracotta with some nice red dye to make even more red terracotta. This should do for now. And now would really love having some more clay to add some beautiful brick texture to our red terracotta houses. And thanks to this big river, we don't have to travel far. So let's collect a couple, shall we? Alright, and I think more than 4 stacks should do. Now we can go ahead and grab our fortune shovel, place down the clay, and fortune it all down to get nearly 18 stacks of clay balls. And now, of course, as we make our way to the super smelter, we can drop everything inside and wait for it inside of this chest right here. Alright, there it is. As this clay is melting, using the terracotta we made earlier, let's bring up all of these houses. And whereas in the previous episodes I used to work on one house at a time, right now I wanna try working on all of the houses simultaneously. So let's start by breaking the cobblestone and raising the walls of each one of the houses. One house down. Second one done. Third one. And another one, a small one right here, quite a big one right here, and another one more, and one more done, and I think this one right here is the last one. Awesome, there we go. And I'm very happy because we were on our last stack of red terracotta, but now we can put everything back and go grab the bricks that hopefully by now should have finished smelting. Oh yes, my friends. Now let's convert most of them into actual brick blocks. And I'm gonna leave a couple just in case we need some pots in the future. But now we can take some granite and go add some texture to all of these houses. And all I'm gonna do is break some blocks and replace them with a block of my choice. Using some granite for the bottom. And some bricks on the top. Well, let's do this on all the houses. Actually, before I completely forget, I do want to add a place for the windows to make sure that I do not add any texturing blocks in places where I'm gonna eventually remove them. Give me 1 second. Alright, much better. Now we can do everything on every house. And just like that, all of the red houses have been textured, and we got back so much terracotta just by putting the windows. Now I'm just making my way to the witch farm to grab some sticks, to make some fences, so we can start working on the roofs. All I wanna do is fill in the gaps, add some blocks here and there, with some fence gates, some fences, some granite slabs, and some leaves to add some nice little colors. And before I forget, I also want to add some doors for the balconies and some lights to make sure that mobs do not spawn. Beautiful, and with this nice little roof done, we can do the same thing on every other house. Oh yes, the roofs have been set in place and the red houses are really starting to come to life. Now the only thing missing to really complete these houses is the spruce. So let me drop the items that I do not need, and now I'm ready to finish these red houses once and for all. As always, let's do the first one together, and then I'm gonna work on the remaining houses, this time with a nice little time lapse. I'm gonna start by replacing the floor with spruce slabs, adding some doors on each side, fences on the windows, with some trapdoors, some stairs, and some fence gates, with some light, and some more decoration here and there to finally call the house complete. Well, my friends, I got a lot of building to do, so why don't we start a nice little time lapse? Let's go! Yes, my friend, all of the red houses have been put in place, and with all of these details, the village looks even more awesome. I think my favorite build for now is this one right here, because I love the two arches at the front. And we have some nice guests inside of our village. I hope they're gonna find their stay very welcoming. Another time. And now with all of this building done, I would really love to build one little farm that I've been wanting to build for a long time. And that's an awesome dye farm to get all of the different dyes inside of the game. Because yes, we have these little farms right here, but more than dyes, these farms are really for the tall flowers. So let me gather the items that I need to build this thing, and let's look for a place where we can build it together. For this farm, I'm gonna be watching the awesome video by my friend Shulkercraft. Here is everything that I'm going to need. So with this shulker box at hand, let's make our way towards the flower forest. There should be one right here. Oh yes. And let's start building this thing. First of all, I would like to get rid of the trees. And the flowers on the ground. To make it much easier for building. And let me start by making an 11 by 12 rectangle. Fill the outline with building blocks. Now I'm gonna dig a little hole right here, that's 2 by 9. Add some more building blocks and some pistons. Now I have to do the same thing on the opposite side. And to make sure the pistons can actually push something, I'm gonna remove one line of dirt. Now I can place a note block right here and add an observer pointing right inside of it. Now I can add some redstone right here and repeat the same thing on the opposite side. Beautiful. Now in the middle I can dig a little hole and place the dispenser inside pointing upwards. And now let's cover it up. Now let's reach that dispenser from underground and make some room. Now I'm gonna point an observer pointing outwards and in front of it an observer pointing upwards. Now covering everything back up, let's make a row of hoppers where we can add a chest for all of the bone meal. Now we can put a fence right here and surround the whole farm with much needed fences. And like this the farm is completely done. The only thing that I completely forgot is some bone meal that we can use to fill up the dispenser. And now with a crafting table and some chests, we can start the farm by clicking this note block and this note block to get a ton of flowers. Let's see what colors we have. Alright, white tulips, orange tulip and pink tulips. I kind of wish we had some more colors, but we can always rebuild this farm extremely easily inside the flower patch of our choice. I think this bee is having a really hard time because every single time it finds a flower, the flower gets destroyed. Anyways, let's stop the farm by pressing a note block and collect everything. And there we go, my friends, a beautiful dye farm that produces plenty of flowers whenever we need them. And now the ship is stuck here forever. Or not. But with this nice little project done, let's make our way back home, where we can see the submissions of last week's challenge. The challenge was to build your own wall, and if you're interested in participating in this week's challenge, stay tuned until the end. I'm gonna reveal what the challenge is then. Starting with my friend My Name is Junior, who made an incredible wall design, and I really love the beautiful arches in the jagged top. So my friend, thank you for the submission and great design. I can't wait to see what you make next. Next up, my friend Unknown User also made an incredible wall with some awesome arches on the sides and a really beautiful entrance, and even added a nice little path, which is always a nice touch. So thank you so much, my friend, for this beautiful submission, and I also can't wait to see what you build next. Which one was your favorite, my friends? Let me know down in the comments. And now for the challenge of this week. In the name of the dye farm we just built, I wanna challenge you to build a beautiful flower field. It doesn't have to be big, but I would love for it to be unique. And if you wanna participate, as always, you can just share a screenshot of your build on our Lonely Discord. The link should be somewhere in the video's description. And I'm gonna add each submission to our next hardcore episode. Alright my friends, with this done, let's move on to the naming, because we have quite a lot of names to assign. So let's go! Starting with my friend Che, whose dog Spencer passed away a few years ago. I'm very sorry to hear about that, my friend, who would like me to name a dog Spencer. So there you go, my friend. May he live forever inside of our lonely hardcore world. And my friend Chrysler would like me to name one of the houses inside of our Italian village after them, and I think this house right here should do. So let's put a sign down here, name it Chrysler, make it white and make it glow. There you go, my friend. And my friend Con asked me to plant a tree in honor of every person doing exams right now. I feel you, my friends. So let's make our way across this little bridge that I think we built in our first hardcore episode. And I think somewhere around here we can plant a little tree, and by little I mean huge because of the exams, and add a little sign that says in honor of those who exam. So we'll be able to see it all the time as we fly through our hardcore world. My friend Guest had two amazing names for some villagers around the village, so let's make our way to the marketplace and let's name two villagers, Jeffrey and Jimmy, the farmers. There you go, my friend. And my friend I Love Chunky Rats, very funny name by the way, asked me to name the frog in the fountain the Mayor, but because we already have a name for our little frog, I figured we might look for another one. There it is, name it the Mayor, and when the Italian village is finished, we'll be able to move its mayor to the city. And I think it's so funny that the frog made its way to the wheat field because it's trampling all of the wheat. Well, there you go, my friend. And my friend Isaac wanted me to name a snowball Edward, so there you go, my friend. My friend Ivory wanted me to name a dog inside this cave, Ina, so there you go, my friend. My friend Joxen also had two beautiful names he'd like me to assign in this hardcore world, one of them being a librarian named Nerdy Dumbledore, and the other one being a slime named Squishy Slime. So let me just go to this swamp and look for a slime somewhere. Maybe I should just grab one from the slime farm. And wow, what's a cat doing up there? Just wanna make my way inside the slime farm and just figure out a way to do this. Alright, we got one. Let's just try to bring it somewhere safe. Alright, inside here should do for now. Let's go ahead and rename it Squishy Green. And now let's make our way out of here. There we go, my friend. Trapped forever inside of the slime farm. Well, at least a better fate than these ones. Next up, my friend Nitty Monster, another great name, wanted me to name our vacation home Forestdale, so there you go. Now just gotta make it white and make it glow. And I'm putting it right here on the dock, because we're probably gonna get here by boat. And I really love the name for this beautiful little place, so thank you, my friend. Next up, my friend Little would like me to add a wooden sword inside of a house in this Italian village. So from the entrance, let's go inside this little house, place a frame down, and add inside of it a nice little wooden sword. There you go, my friend. And my friend Marco let me know that La Villa should be actually changed to Il Villaggio. So let me just take this down really quick, change the name, and of course make it white and make it glow. There you go, my friend, thank you so much. And for those wondering, La Villa is actually a very big house, whereas Il Villaggio is actually the name of a village. Thanks, Marco, once again. Next up, my friend Orca would like me to name a dolphin after them, so all we have to do now is find an ocean. Oh wow, a spruce village, that's really awesome. Alright, there's an ocean, now we just gotta find a dolphin. There they are, and now we can name one Orca. There you go, my friend. You'll have to trust me on this one, because I really cannot get close to them. Next up, my friend the Aquanaut. Wow, that's a lot of oars. Anyways, my friend the Aquanaut wanted me to name a wolf Roxy, so there you go, my friend, alongside Rex and Rexa. On the topic of wolves, my friend Tyler would like me to name one of these wolves Karen, so there you go, my friend. I'm actually very happy to see that this cave is getting so full. Let's see how full we can make it. Alright, my friend Vesalius, alongside Mr. Godmode, wanted to be placed inside of the graveyard. Let's go ahead and make it white and make it glow, and I'm gonna do the same thing with Mr. Godmode, just to make them stand out. So Vesalius, welcome to our hardcore world. Next up, my friend Willy wanted me to name one of these houses Willy Shack, and I think this cute little house right here should do, with the flowers. So there you go, my friend. I hereby proclaim you the florist of the Italian village. And last but definitely not least, my friend Yeet Gamers would like me to name a totem Little Jim, so there you go, my friend. This is a totem that I keep here for safekeeping, just in case we pop this one as well. Well, my friends, with this done, and conveniently the sun setting, I really don't know why every single time I finish naming the sun is setting. It's actually very useful. I wanna thank you all so very much for watching this little lonely hardcore episode, and I hope that in these few minutes you felt a little less lonely. If you wanna participate in this week's challenge, go ahead and join the Discord. And of course, it's my YouTuber duty to let you know that if you wanna support the channel financially, I left some little useful links on the description of this video. Well, now the sun has set and the mobs are starting to spawn, so I'm gonna go to sleep and wish you all a wonderful day. My name is Lonely, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye. sleep. There we go. And some snack time.